to Mexico. We're in Mexico right now.
Hey, Mexico.
Uh-huh.
San Juan.
Yep. Right now.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Close friends only.
Yep.
But this is why I love it. I love it. Man. Got that. Hi, y'all. Blessings to you, ministers.
What's going on?
Let's see what it turns out. Ooh. I love you, Mama. Yes, God. God made this. God did.
Yo, for sure.
Yes. Hey, I gotta cut these for an album track. Sound like Pusha T in here, man. I get why he make that noise. He make that noise every time the car take off. It's like a roller coaster, but like real life, guys. It's like you just got to be there. I could tell you about it, but you just had to feel it. Like, listen, how can you not smile in the car like this?
No, for real.
That's
cheesing on corny the whole time.
You know what's so wild? It's like everything I ever sit with people like, I don't see how people drive those cars. I couldn't do it. Of course you can. No. Then don't. I see how.
When I'm eating, my knees don't work. I'm gonna make it in here. I'm gonna figure it out.
Right.
I'm gonna get in here.
I ain't thinking twice. Make those fast cars for what? What's the purpose?
Smile.
Smile
It's right
creators.
here.
Smile creators.
I remember when I first got it, my mom was like, "What's the gas smells on that?"
I'm not thinking about
it smiles
that.
per gallon. That's what it is.
Smiles per gallon.
Yeah, that's all you need to worry about. It's up there.
Yeah. But the funny part is it's like a back end work. Because you gotta be a diligent individual. You know, it's a prerequisite. You could have been gifted it, right?
No,
like,
for real.
But like you worked for it.
Hard.
That's the part. Hard work.
Late nights up, not partying, drinking, just grinding.
So no parties, no drinking, just grinding. But a lot of people's conception of having this is that you party and you drink and you BS. No, there's no space for that.
My drug is hard work.
My drug is hard work. I'm gonna hold his mic because he's driving a very expensive car. A very nice car. So we're gonna just.
We got life insurance.
Got life insurance. Indeed. Hey, I like the payout. I mean, the people that get the experience are gonna like the payout. I'm here though.
I was supposed to say, how you gonna have fun with that?
Hey, I have fun when they reminisce over me. I'm here in spirit. Energy don't die, transfers.
Yep.
Hey man, does the seat come up? Am I being soft?
No, it's like
it's a low. Oh, that's right. Oh, see it? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So you can sit up straight as he's
move the bottom part too if you want.
Look at the lumbar. So, okay.
Pressing everything but the one you need.
And I'm pushing it up so then I get that rock back.
There you go.
Pushing up and down. Okay. So 6'4" does fit in the C8.
Yes.
Just so you know, we're both tall brothers. So right, this ain't no little car.
Yeah. No,
I'm saying. Yeah. So for anybody whose dream was slightly cut short in their imagination, it works. It works. Woo.
Put up the Hellcats and
Put them up. Get into a C8.
Yes.
At least once in your life. You know, do that for yourself. Do that for America. God bless the C8s. USA. Man, was the color by intention?
Oh yeah. I ordered this.
Yeah. Ooh. I love the color though. I'm like peanut butter.
The seats to look like meat.
Ooh.
Close to the
Say yeah. It gives me like that early Lamborghini feel.
Yeah.
That's why I like the orange. It's like, ooh, that's nasty. Ooh.
The Ferrari.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. gotta get it. Y'all can see it. I don't gotta get it. Yeah, man. I'm the Bipper for a reason. I'm not driving this time. I will be soon. I'll get my own. You know.
Gotta get to work. Watch videos.
Look at this. I got 2 angles. Y'all ain't even right. Like I got the camera and the camera. Oh, man. Oh. It's so funny. I'm sure people try to race you, and it just doesn't work.
No, seriously, everybody and their grandmother and their grandmother.
Yeah, the grandmother.
Everybody always trying to get something. No.
It's not meant to be driven slow.
No, it's not. Seriously.
Someone was like, how do they drive those things? I know they use so much gas. They supposed to.
Seriously, a lot of people don't even notice, but when you get these types of cars, like 60s, just 80s, meh. 90s, meh. When you hear people say they get pulled over, like, oh, I did not know I was going that fast. It's like, shit.
That's the part.
These are just meant to go fast. So sometimes you just get up there and it just feels normal.
Guess what it matches, though? I love you said that. I didn't know I was working that hard. People like, slow down. I'm not doing nothing. Bro, why you wake up so early?
Oh,
That's hard.
speech.
Why you in the gym at this hour? What?
Oh,
That's work.
No, that's fast.
So it's like, I do have work. I have made work for me.
Oh.
So it's not perfect. It's not a worldly success, but it is a success that I honor and that other people recognize because they're telling me, how are you eating like that? Because I do. How do you? We don't think of how.
No, facts.
How you going that fast? Cause the car don't think of how. It's just built to do it.
Just built different.
It's in you.
That's facts. Though. I mean, a lot of times people are like, why are you doing all that? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing so much?
So much?
Why are you doing so much? God has blessed me with the energy and the strength.
Yes.
To be able to manage it and do it well.
Those.
So why not use those blessings to do it? Not everyone, has the same gifts. Not everyone has the same pros and cons. It's just going to be different for everyone. So
yes,
I've been able to see and my weaknesses and my strengths and use those to my benefit. And I hope that everyone else watching this can do the same. It's not an easy task. It's a lot of self-inflection and just looking in within and seeing like, hey, what can I do with these hands? What can I do?
Yes.
Because a lot of people have this issue where, especially now in a world where we have so much information easy to our hands, we just like to just copy and paste what we see online when everything you need is already within. You just need to be able to focus inside and realize, hey, what can I do, rather than looking at someone else and say, how can I copy that? Just need to focus on what you yourself can actually do, and what can you bring to this world positively and legally.
Yes, positively and legally. To believing, being. These are different themes that show up in my space, right? And I won't say my space, the space that a God from a place created. They show up consistently. Being, you don't think about how to be, you just be, which isn't grammatically correct, right? You just be. But if you were to say, how do I be peaceful? Be peaceful.
Yeah.
You come in the room trying to be peaceful. Trying to be peaceful looks nuts. Like I seen people trying to be peaceful and end up shooting somebody. Like it didn't work that way. So I'm grateful to be able to witness you being.
I appreciate
it. And it's cool to see what you become, because I know what it takes to become. Despite is the word. Despite what the world has to say.
Yeah.
Because of where we come from.
Oh.
Even what the world is saying right now, what the world is saying right now, you're going against it.
Yeah.
I am as well. Flowers for everyone.
Yeah.
Flowers for all of us.
Oh.
But just sitting with that, man.
Yeah.
I love what you said about faith. That concept of faith has been misinterpreted by so many.
Yeah.
Because it's such a be faithful, be kind.
Yeah.
Right?
It's easy to say.
What does it look like?
Not to understand.
To be faithful is to close your eyes and feel around.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like to close your eyes and feel around and hear that door shut, but not question it and not desire for you to know more about that door.
Right.
It's done. The door is over with.
Right.
Right.
It's not for you. It's not your gift. That's for someone else, or might just be at all. It's just not for you. But that's not for you to know or for you to think about. Just it's not for you, and that's it, and leave it at that. So that's why, you know, sometimes, as I said, you just need to keep your eyes closed and just keep walking, walk in faith. And sometimes that is very hard to do both of those things in tangent. It's not easy, but it's necessary in order to get what is meant for you. It's easy to get things, but to get what's actually for you is not an easy task. To have the patience and the faith to wait for what's actually the gifts of God for you and not of this world. It's not easy. There's a lot of deals, a lot of things that I had to pass on that I knew in my spirit was not meant for me. And that's not an easy thing to do. But I know that what God had and planned for me was better than what that was going to be able to give me. So.
And it is a self-knowledge.
Yeah.
Self-knowledge is very important.
Yep.
Because understanding yourself and loving yourself are acts of God.
Yep.
And people don't understand that concept a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Loving yourself is the beginning of your relationship with God because He made you.
Yeah.
So it's like knowing yourself allows you to be like, bro, this ain't it.
Right.
Like I'm forcing.
Right.
And I had a conversation with someone who has done similar efforts.
Right.
Like they say what this person's supposed to be, they become like collegiately like excellent, go on to make 6 figures plus. This story is recurring, but it doesn't always occur in the ways like with the same start.
Right.
So it's like when you had to start the way you did, and then your faith is driving you.
Yeah.
And you're listening to instruction. That's the bigger part.
Yeah.
Like being able to learn, being able to take game in.
Because everyone has pride. I mean, and pride gets in the way of a lot of people's lives, whether it's in growth or just moving on from things in the past. It's just pride and just being able to swallow that and realize, hey, you know, I still have growing. You will always have growing. You'll always have learning you need to do. There's also be new things you need to experience and go through in order for you to be a better version of you that you were yesterday. So a lot of times that's a hard pill for people to swallow.
You still get spam calls.
Yeah, I get them a lot. Everybody in that grandmother got my number.
Yeah. I want to be transparent with you all. I am able to do this because of the first video I put up when I said I wasn't going to be at my job anymore. And I followed those words.
Yeah.
I was joking with Shem about this. I would be at work right now, or just getting off and settling into my evening.
Yeah.
And maybe doing a solo cast in my bedroom, but I'm doing it from a C8.
There you go.
So God bless America.
There you go. USA.
God bless the faith. God bless
that leap.
The job. God bless the enemies, the people who doubted.
Yeah.
Because on the other side of your fears is the 100 miles per hour in Pennsylvania. It is what it is. There's 100 miles per hour on the road. It's on the other side of your fears.
In Mexico.
In Mexico.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. God bless Mexico. Buenos dias.
There you go.
Buenos tardes.
There you go.
Buenos noches. How y'all doing? I'm learning Spanish here. Ha. Hola. But, I mean, it's not. This isn't your average Wednesday. You know, it's a different vibe. A lot of motion, man. BIP BIP.
Yeah.
BIP BIP. I gotta get some dirt bikes or something. I got a lot of ideas just off of this. I mean,
oh my gosh,
that's the part.
It's so applicable. You can just use it for so much.
Yes.
And I could see the growth in it.
Yes.
That's why when I contacted you, it was like, oh man, I love what you're doing, and I could just see the future. And I can just see the many possibilities for it and what you can do with it and how great it can be and how great it already is.
Yes.
So I'm just excited for you and your journey and for,
thank you.
You know, the fruits of your labor, what you're going to eventually be able to reap. I'm just ready for it.
Brother,
I'm just happy to be part of it.
I'm grateful for all of this because I did get some other DMs.
Yeah.
They didn't involve all of this. Hey, brother, we're not get on. I was like, hey, to do what? I was like, I start talking numbers. Start talking numbers. They like, I'm not doing that. Like,
Right.
cool. Then the rapper video come out. I guess people understanding it now.
That's true.
And then when the C8 video come out, I guess people understanding it now. You know, and every day you get to do this type of thing. You
Right.
know? But it's changing, elevating your network to change your net worth is something that I said. Elevating your network to change what you know of and build your references.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have a reference to
true.
some of the steps you took.
Yeah. I mean,
And if
it's not easy.
it's not. And when you got that darkness, like we said,
Yeah.
a lot of people's only understanding of the darkness is, hey, that door closes, but I want to know what's behind it. I
Right.
want to know why.
Right.
No, that's not fair.
Right.
Because he had that door open for him, but you don't even realize what came to him when he went through that door.
Right. That's
So why
true.
you begging to get through the door?
Don't worry about it.
And the sad part is they got through the door.
Right.
That door was a trap.
Right.
That was where their dream died.
Right.
So it's like, worry about yourself. Don't compare.
Yep.
Pray that, and I say bless the enemies a lot more lately. And people be looking at like, bless the enemies, bro.
No, that's true.
Bless everybody.
That's true.
Because I don't gotta think about what they do with the blessing.
Yeah.
Because we all get blessings.
Right.
It's abundance. Some
true.
people get the blessing and they use it inappropriately.
That's true.
So, man,
America's a place of opportunity. So I mean, there's just more. There's enough for everyone.
yes,
Life's too short
Yes.
to be hating on nobody or be worried about what everyone else is
counting somebody else's portion.
Just don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
What's meant for you is meant for you.
And I want to highlight this. When you look out of the side mirror and just see the curves on this
Yeah.
joint.
No, she thick.
Yeah, I'm looking like,
No, she thick. Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
hippie.
It's just all you see for real.
Oh my goodness. And I see the I'm gonna make a joke. Lord, I see what you do for others. Bless the Lord. Bless all. Oh Lord indeed. But the engine, y'all had an engine. I might cut this out. Man, I'm a guy from a place, man. With a guy from a place. We happen to be two guys from the same place.
Yep.
You know, and I laugh because we shared so many moments, and I say shared trauma does not, this is something recent that I've sat with, but shared trauma does not make you entitled to a blessing.
Oh,
Right.
That's so true.
So we're not connecting because of shared trauma.
Right.
It's other people we graduated with.
That's true.
That this is not happening with, that
That's
this
true.
doesn't come about for.
That's true.
We have shared abundance.
Right.
Because it's a shared idea
That's
that
true.
we're living within, and that's what made you want to connect with me.
Right.
And that's what brought me to this space.
Right.
Because when I tell you, I'm leaving from like, how is this? You said meet where? I'm looking on the map like, what? I was like, Chef, let me call this man. Let me make sure this ain't no Facebook.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
God.
let me hear a voice.
Yeah, that would've been
No,
wild.
no, but it was it's that thing where it's like, because I recently had a conversation, and this is why I keep coming back to faith. Faith and fear cannot coexist.
That's true.
You have to manage your fears. You have to understand what the fears are, and fear is often based on a lack of knowledge. So someone was making me aware of like how I just be floating. I was in New York last Thursday.
Yeah.
I was planning to go to Philly today, right? I got a homie in DC, a friend in DC that's really dope who does IT, so I visit her from time to time. It's like these different things
And
that
now we're in York, Pennsylvania.
right. So how do you explain that to people after you left the job?
Yeah, that's
and
wild.
you're making moves that don't make sense. Like that's the part. And that's why it was like in my conversation, I'm like, how do I share this with people? How do I tell you like I'm safe? How do I have you trust me
Right.
when I'm just figuring it out? Because
Right.
like I said, I'm walking in darkness.
Right.
So like when you're walking in that darkness, the people watching you walking in the darkness like, bro,
What is he
you bumped
doing?
that door like
Oh
6
my
times. What are you
God.
doing? Like, oh, I'm just finding my way.
Oh my
I'm
God.
listening.
That's so true what you just said there, man. That is so true. The amount of times people have said, what in the world are you doing? You need to hang it up. Stop it. What are you doing? Why are you buying that building? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing so much? The amount of times I've heard that and had to just kind of listen to my own faith and say, hey, God won't give me more than I can handle.
That's the part.
That's the part. I know what I'm capable of doing, and no one else around you will be able to, even your own mother, your own family. You know, a lot of times they might be thinking that they're doing good. But sometimes you kind of have to just fall your own lane and realize your space is not going to be the space that they're going to be in. And that's okay. But you just have to respect yourself and respect your own faith and realize that, you know, you need to keep having faith within and with God and realizing that, hey, what's for you will be for you. And that path might not necessarily be the path that everyone else around you or love you might want you to do. But just being strong enough and being smart enough to be able to know that, hey, and having faith enough to know that, hey, what God has for me is better than what these people that love me have for me. And that's okay. And being okay with that, that's the hard part. Having to look your mom in the face and say, yeah, no, I'm going to just do my own thing. That's the hard part. In a respectful way, it's a hard part to do.
I love that you said that, because the first car pod was based, that was a conversation in it. Like, mom's just like, bro, you've been outside too much. Stay in the house. You're getting dark. No, I'm going outside because I'm getting dark, but I like it outside.
Right.
I like what's outside, even if it's scary to you.
Yeah.
And this is where perspective has to be taken into account, because we don't understand the perspectives of our advisors.
Right.
CEOs and corporations have advisory boards because every advisor is coming from a different perspective.
That's true.
So mom's experience oftentimes is based in fear. It's based in this world is scary, which is a valid perspective. Because there's women who are unprotected. More often than not. That's another thing we gotta fix in community. But just sitting with, like, who is the perspective coming from? You're asking an accountant who's worked at a desk for years what a C8 drives like.
That's true.
Make it make sense.
That's true.
They may have it by happenstance, but more often than not, they have no reference. Your advisors must have a reference to the situation you're undergoing. You do not ask, you could ask someone who's divorced, but healed themselves and found a new relationship that they made work about how to relate. But
that's true,
you might want to just go to someone who's had a successful marriage. You might want to go to someone who's had a successful business. You can reference people who haven't done well, but don't reference them as your only source.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
so true. Every time I made a leap, I made sure to ask from different perspective, whether it was advisors or talking to other people that's already been there or been past there, just kind of get engaged. But when you come back, you still need to make the decision yourself.
Yes.
No matter how much information or how much books or how much videos you watch on a topic, you still have to make that decision. You still have to pray and have faith within yourself that this decision is good for me.
Yes.
No matter what your family say, no matter how much books or whatever you read, you still have to make that leap yourself, and you have to be okay with it. So a lot of times people are just looking for God to just come down and say, hey, do that.
That door.
A lot of time is just trial and error and just listening to your faith and just realizing, hey, this isn't for you.
I loved puzzles and mazes as a kid. I loved words solves because you're revealing it bit by bit. And that's the vision. I love just that wisdom is applied knowledge. You must understand the knowledge, so comprehension, and then apply it. Your application will not always be perfect. But that's why it becomes wisdom. Because now you know it doesn't work.
That's true.
And you hand it off. And one of the wilder parts I sit with is we got a moment with our sponsor.
One of the wilder parts I sit with is
just the
beauty of engine noises.
No. The sad part is people not wanting to take others' advice. I mean, take others' wisdom. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna sit with this for a second. Let me sit these down.
I can still talk, I'm just playing. That was cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I have never come this close to a CRV in Mexico. Oh my goodness.
Mariachi band just walked past just now. You see that? The mariachi band.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Arrivederci.
There you go.
I said buenos dias. Gracias. Mucho gracias. Mucho gracias. Mucho gracias. That's my new thing. That's just learning a Spanish video. I've been doing a Duolingo. I'm going to post my updates on my Duolingo journey eventually.
Oh, God.
For my Spanish friends out here, put me on, y'all. Put me on. Put me on to something. You understand? I'm out here. The Bipper. Bip, bip. Bip, bip. Yeah, man. References. I'm going to just keep coming back to that word. This is a Wednesday. I gotta say Wednesday for my Baltimore. Wednesday. It's a Wednesday right now. Winner's Day. Day of the winners. But the power of wisdom is recognizing that all of it is valuable. I'd rather take someone else's wisdom than to find my own at times. Because like, it's other people who've gone through it that'll give you enough insight. You're still gonna have to have the experience.
For sure. But
go out there and experience it armed with more wisdom than your own.
Right.
It's like, I'm touching the stove. Well, talk to somebody who touched it first.
Right.
Maybe approach the stove differently.
Right.
Like, you gonna go right in and hold your hand in?
Right.
Like, reach up to the flame. And the funny part is people who actually get paid to keep fire on their fingers. They put oil on it. Like, that's a thing. Even in the thing that's the most dangerous, it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
That's true.
So you go up there with dry, ashy fingers,
That's
you're
true.
gonna get them burnt, baby.
That's true.
Grease them up.
That's big facts.
Yep.
Because I mean, a lot of times, as I said, when I started, a lot of people was like, "Oh no, that's a bad idea." Google this. Look, you don't want to do that. That's not for you.
And no one is coming with love.
No.
All criticism is constructive. My pops gave me that. All criticism is constructive. And I was like, huh? I was fighting it at first. I was like, no, what are you saying? I was like, oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Make it work for you.
Let it resonate.
Make it work for you. Don't run from it. Don't fight it. No, they said this about me. Why are you taking it personal? What are they saying is making it fall short? What they really telling you is, I'm not buying it in that format.
Right.
Do it this way and I may consider purchasing it and promoting it. Oh, so you like the car video. Hey, bro, you really got time to link on Wednesday?
Right. Yup. Middle of the week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yup.
So, man.
Life's crazy.
It is. It's good. It's a beautiful thing. Then I keep coming back to that. Power of words, intention, purpose, these recurring themes, the different individuals I brought into the space already. This is my second interview today.
Yeah?
I got another one planned later in today.
Get it, man.
That's the motion.
Get it.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Why? Like, and the part that I said with too is like, I was telling somebody, like, I like silence. So I'm in the crib meditating.
Yeah.
I'm in the crib like silent as much as I can be in the downtime. Cause that's for me.
Right.
I don't want to talk no more. I said what gotta be said.
Right.
And honestly, I'm saying what's coming to me. I've said, like, whatever you believe is wise that's coming from me is God. Whatever's foolish is my I'll take that.
Right.
Don't hate God because of something dumb I said. Don't get confused. Cause I'm gonna say some things you're not gonna agree with. Naturally, I'm human.
That's true.
Like, I'm the man, but I'm a man first.
Right.
Right. We all tap into the source.
Right.
And I see so many of the individuals that I've brought into the space or that have entered the space by consent. Like, I love that people are wanting to, and it's people that are doing things.
Yeah,
like, I haven't had one person on who isn't actively building something or leaning into that thing I talk about. Faith. Stepping into that darkness.
Yeah.
And getting comfortable within it.
That's awesome, man.
Because it starts in the spiritual and comes into the physical. The physical is just a manifestation of where you are spiritually.
Right.
Man, the sun's going down. Let me see if I can do my my goofy narration. Miles and miles of farmlands and acres.
I mean, that's literally all we got out here. It's roads, cows, and did I say roads?
Yeah. And horses galloping.
And horses, yeah, we got that.
Horses galloping through the countryside.
Yep.
In Penicil, Mexico.
Yes.
Kennesaw, Mexico.
Yes.
Different things going on in different places all around the nation.
Yes.
As the day comes to an end.
Yes.
Late day in March. Late day. It's been a special winter. A lot of work was done. And as we enjoy the countryside, galloping on this horse is here. Horse made by the Corvette Farms. With just an immense gratitude for all that we're allowed to do and all that we will do.
Yeah.
God bless America. Go get you some tobacco. Tobacco. I always used to think, I used to love seeing people chew tobacco in old-timey movies, and I grew up. Best from responsible. I'm gonna stop laughing like this. I'm ugly. I know I look crazy right now. Serious face. Jason Bourne reporting here. I'm on the way. Yeah. We're about 40 miles out.
Yeah. It's about right.
Oh, 40 miles out, but we're going 100.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. Yeah. Man. They got dirt bikes out here?
Man, we got everything out here. We got dirt bikes, ATVs.
Oh, yeah. They got a spot for it?
Yeah, monster trucks, all kind of
That's another thing y'all got to get into. I got to do that for my, I don't know if my 26th or my 25th. But I went on like this, went to this spot where they had like dirt bikes. It was like a dirt bike trail.
Really? I've never been myself, but I've seen it, but I've never been. A couple of my buddies go upstate college and do it too.
I want to run that back.
Man.
Yeah. If not for my birthday, just sometime.
That would be fun.
I love that.
That would be fun.
God,
We'll go mudding.
Mudding?
And for us. But it can be.
Yeah.
That sounds fun to me.
Yeah. Hey, put it on the schedule.
There you go. Hey, let me know.
It's noted. Yes. But man, I just love open space. I love the mix of the two.
Interview out in that on the road and mudding or something.
But look, now I'm even thinking like I need some chest mics.
Yes.
Some chest mics so I can put the mics down. Y'all see how I'm orchestrating this? I always wonder how the audio is gonna come out. I know the video is superb, as long as there is one. I'm not gonna jinx it. Cause I had some kerfuffles. I just like that word. I had some moments recently where it was like, I had to get another way to record because I was overfilling the iPhone. I started a video and then it cut out.
Oh man!
So it like cut out 5 minutes in, but the conversation is epic. So it was like now I'm like really intentional about making sure the basics are done, but still like something to fall short. So
right.
I think what's beautiful is that the messages, like everything you said, whether there is video or not, is impactful.
Yeah. So
it's just that part where I'm like constantly just grateful for checking the stats. Just grateful for the opportunity to have discussion, to have space with different individuals doing awesome things, man.
So let me give some nuggets to maybe some of the viewers that might want to get into real estate. A lot of people think of real estate linear. And that's not the way you need to think about it. There's so many different ways you can get into it, whether it's special financing, whether it's wholesaling. It's just a multitude of ways. Some ways that I don't even know yet or I haven't even discovered yet. But real estate's a live thing. That's a thing that's alive because it's always growing. You know, there's always things you're finding out that you're like, oh, I did not know I could purchase a property that way, or I didn't know I could invest in a property that way. So I think a lot of people, especially when they go to buy their own personal homes, they don't realize that there's so many different ways about going about it, and they just think, oh, I need to have 20 grand in the bank, I need to have 800 credit score in order to buy a home, you know, that's what I need to buy a house. And other than that, it's just not going to happen. And that's not true. It's just not a fact. A lot of people just keep that mentality and then they just keep on renting, and then waste their time and money away. And then they finally turn 40 or 30 and now they're looking to buy. For me personally, it might not be everyone's way. Some people might be their goal. That's why I said it's for the people that are interested in real estate.
Fail early, fail hard.
Exactly. People that are interested in real estate just know that it's not as hard as it makes it seem. It's not easy, but it's not as hard. There's multitude of ways, there's multitude of programs, there's many different creative ways you can get into it. And a word that I want people to kind of Google if they're interested is creative financing. There's ways you can get into homes without spending any money out of pocket, and that's always the best way. Less money out of your pocket, the better. So a lot of people don't know about that. So just a quick Google search, YouTube University, and a little bit of leap of faith, and you can do great things with it. As I said, it might not be your way, but it can be someone's way. So I hope that hopefully helps someone. Not going to give you all the template for it, but that's just a little bit of nugget for you to have at least an idea. It's like, okay, this is what we can do with it. If that's something that you're looking into.
And with the proper diligence, that one word will send you down a rabbit hole.
Correct. Yep.
And do not get into the point of analysis paralysis.
Yes.
Don't overload yourself with information.
Yes.
Figure out some things that speak to you.
Yes.
And that's why faith is that I'm in this dark room.
Yes.
Because when you're gaining knowledge, you're in the dark room. You got no sense of what decision is to be made.
Yeah.
But what speaks to you is the decision to make.
That's true.
Not what they're doing.
That's true.
Because once you start saying what they're doing, that's open eyes.
Yep.
The open eyes are like, they're doing that. They walk through that door.
No.
Run over to that door. It's closed to you.
Yep.
Why is it closed to you? Because you're not meant to go through it.
Correct.
Got me thinking of Monsters Inc. I feel like, like just think about the door closes.
No, for real.
You're not meant to
and
go
then
in
you
that
open
room.
it up, and sometimes it's not open. Sometimes it is.
And you can't get no scare in there.
That's true.
You're not about to get your scare off.
That's not for you.
No, that wasn't your room. That wasn't your show.
Yeah, a lot of times, as I said, a lot of time people overload their brains with information. As I said, we're in an informational phase in the world right now where everything's so easy to get to, but we want to know everything about it. You're not going to know everything about it. It's just impossible.
This is what I love the most. Yeah. Knowing more does not prevent the failures that come. Knowing more oftentimes makes you more angry at yourself for the failures. Yep. It's harder to accept the failure when you knew more.
That's true.
Because now you have more reasons for why you failed. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I suck. I was like, and it's like, brother, I said this earlier. There's only two sources for unconditional love. You and God.
That's true.
If you put conditions on your love for yourself, oh, you're so stupid. You're not enough because you didn't do this right and you didn't do, and you had that. You had like, no, brother, you don't have nothing.
That's true.
You were given, and whatever you have was gifted. So to get more, you have to have that same concept. Knowing more, oftentimes, I said this makes you more aggravated.
Yep.
All of the, I laugh because we learned about existentialism at Poly, and it made my depression that much deeper because I had a philosophical guidance to my depression. Like,
oh God!
Well, now I feel the deepest depths.
Yep.
And suicide. What is life even worth? And life is just this meaningless existence.
That's true.
And I could tell you in every way why it meant nothing.
That's true.
It was a limited perspective on what was abundant. So a lot of times when we're in industries, any industry, whether it's arts, all of it is a creative industry.
Yeah.
So I love to say creative financing because creatives would do awesome in that space because you're willing to take a risk if you have the faith.
Correct.
So it's like
that's literally what it is.
That's
literally what it is.
In art, like I'm doing this because I'm willing to take certain risks. And like, who just pulls up on a Wednesday? Don't just happen, right?
That's
but
true.
you have to make it happen.
Yeah.
And you have to know who's with you.
Right.
So just sit with that. Like, you are doing awesome work, man.
Thanks, man.
And it's just awesome to see it in person. Because it's like you can, and I laugh at this all the time because social media shows you one thing.
Yeah.
Right. And you hear bits and pieces. And it's people that show a lot of stuff that aren't doing a lot of
That's
stuff.
true.
Right. You get in person, you're like, your brother don't look happy. You know,
That's true.
He's with the baddie.
That's true.
He's with the one.
That's true.
He said, I love you. He bought her like 10,000 roses. The hotel room is filled with roses. His brother look like he about to pull his head out.
No, for real.
He about to use that gun. He protecting himself on himself.
That's facts. No, that's facts.
But to see peace embodied, to see work ethic embodied. He was on calls before this and still made time.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for your time.
I was on a 2-hour meeting.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be 30 minutes.
You didn't exit it. Like, you're like, I just got done with this, man. But it was still a energy of like, I got to be done with this.
Right.
It wasn't like, I'm tired of this thing that I'm forced to do.
I love it, man.
That's the part.
I love it. because I was able to look in myself and see like, hey, what am I passionate about? And it's not easy to do that, but if you give yourself time and allow yourself to grow and be open to things, you can find what you're really passionate about and what you really love. But in order to do that, you got to try things out. There's things that you don't even know about that you might end up loving to do. So just being able to have that freedom to allow yourself to grow and learn about different options that you have in your life,
it's no limit. Awesome. I laugh because it's, if you say it's possible, it is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like I'm stuck in like this. I have so many people who've had limiting beliefs around me, and to start the separation brings elevation.
Man,
I'm not separating because I don't like you. I'm separating because you can't steward this vision.
I love you, but leave in peace.
I leave in peace.
Leave in peace.
And the podcast, I keep coming back to what this podcast is. This is what I love, but people don't understand what I love about it. And you can't explain what you love to someone else. Like, I'll never fully understand what makes you tick about real estate, but to watch it is beautiful. What should not be done is to exit what I love to get into what you do because of the success I see you have.
That's true.
And I've seen that so much, and I've done it.
My blessing's not always
that's the
going to be your
part.
blessing.
And I've recognized that where life works the best is when you do what you love, people around you do what they love, and somehow the things that y'all love merge. So I got lawyer friends, I got real estate friends, I got artist friends, I got rapper friends, I got community leader friends. I've dibbled and dabbled. I've been curious about
sectors.
everyone.
Right.
Why am I trying to do all their jobs when I can just go talk to them about it?
That's true.
Love the people that love you. Appreciate the people that appreciate you. And go get you a C8, man. Man. Awesome, brother. I'm a guy from a place. Charm City Bipper, Quis The Vndl. I want to follow up with this interview. Hopefully the next time we're doing this interview, we're riding dirt bikes.
We got to do it now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But just thinking about just all the things that there are to build. It's hard to think after you stop driving in the C8. I just want y'all to know. So I'm still catching. But look, one day made better. It's many days made greater. I'm uplifting you to be in a world that cares. If I keep it to myself, I think that that's unfair. The joy I've been given is best when shared. Visionaries never die. Legends survive. Through the seeds we sow daily, we get better with time. I'm wishing you peace, prosperity, and many blessings. I'm going to go get my brain together so we can finish our conversation. Is there any last words you would like to impart to these people? Sham.
I think the best thing is to just jump. Just do it. I know a lot of people watching this are very probably in tune in themselves and probably are already to that next level. So just jump. You've already done the research. You already did it. Just do it. That's all I got to say.
Yes. And the last thing I'm going to say is, nothing makes you smile like a CA in a fast car. Just find a way to get. All right, I'm out.
Thank you.
Anytime, bro.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. We were searching for the right way, did a lot of wrong. Can't go back, gotta move on. Gotta move forward, corrections given and accept the living still brings pain.